in 2010, a guy named Lev from Hollywood, who would connect me with actors and some musicians and stuff, said, "Hey, Marty, we're sitting around thinking what would be the next cool guy for you to work with." I'm like, "Okay, who do you think?" He goes, we think you should work with Paul McCartney." And I was like, "Well, yeah, of God."
So you were just like, "Yes, let's do this."
Yes, Paul McCartney, of course. I said, "Well, how do you know Paul McCartney?" He goes, "Oh, no, we don't. We just think that would be cool." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." So it was just a thought, that they had.
So how did they connect the two?
That I'm not really sure how they got in, but were really good. They had this feeling that Paul and Ringo had just released Rock Band, the Beatles version of Rock Band. And Lev just had this feeling that Paul would be interested in the game industry because he's always looking at different industries where his music could be. And so he somehow got through. So within a couple of months, I'm giving a speech at Game Developers Conference, and Lev comes up to me and he goes, "Hey, Marty," just before I'm being introduced to give my speech, he pulls on my, I was on the stage and he was there, and the guy's starting to already introduce me. And he goes, "Marty, I got you a meeting." I'm like, what kind of meeting?" "A meeting with Paul McCartney. I'll talk to you after your speech." And I'm like, "What?" And then it's like, "No, Marty O'Donnell." Blah, blah. And I'm like,
He like throws you off.
like my brain was just like, "Oh, what?" And like, I don't remember what I said in that speech. It was a keynote speech, big audience, but like, all I could think about was like, I got a meeting with Paul McCartney, who's for me is my generation. That's better than meeting the Pope. I mean, I can't imagine anyone else higher than Paul McCartney for me personally.